Welcome back to Grim Tale Teller, where shadows hide stories that chill your bones. I'm your host, digging through the eerie tales you send to grimtaleteller@gmail.com. Tonight, we have a strange one, a submission from Sam Carter, claiming this unfolded on September 3rd, 2025, at Antietam National Battlefield. Is it true? A hoax? Something worse? Sam insists it happened, but you decide. Got a story that haunts you? Send it to grimtaleteller@gmail.com. Subscribe, dim the lights, and listen. This is Sam's tale of the cursed Locket of Antietam. My name is Sam Carter. I'm writing this to grimtaleteller@gmail.com because I need someone to know what happened. I don't know if it's safe to tell, but silence is eating me alive. It was September 3rd, 2025. My first day as a night security guard at the Antietam National Battlefield Visitor Center in Sharpsburg, Maryland. I'd moved from Baltimore after losing my warehouse job. The work seemed easy. Lock doors, patrol the grounds, keep out trespassers. Antietam carries weight. September 17th, 1862. Bloodiest day of the Civil War. 23,000 dead in hours. The ground, it remembers. Harlan, my manager, was an old man with a limp. He showed me the visitor center, a squat brick building stuffed with history, maps, muskets, photos of soldiers, barely old enough to shave. "You'll be alone most nights," he said, tossing me keys to the storage room. "Start sorting donations. Boxes of junk people find on the fields. Civil War buffs drop 'em off." Grunt work, I thought. Something to kill time before patrols. That afternoon, I waded into the storage room. Dusty shelves, cardboard boxes piled high. Most held garbage. Bent spoons, rusted buckles, bullet casings. But in the last box, under brittle 1970s newspapers, I found it. A silver locket. Small. Tarnished. Its chain snapped like someone tore it free. I pried it open expecting a photo, maybe hair. Instead, a scrap of paper. Yellowed. Fragile. Tiny handwriting in faded ink. Elijah Brooks, 20th Maine. September 17th, 1862. The shadows follow. Burn this if found. They won't let go. Chills crawled up my spine. Probably a fake, right? Some reenactor's prank. But it felt wrong. Heavy. I pocketed it to show Harlan later. Day one. And I'd found something strange. I finished my shift by 6. Harlan suggested camping nearby. "Get the lay of the land," he said. Antietam Creek Campground sat a mile south, by the creek. Primitive sites, no electricity, just trees and quiet. My tent was in my truck. Hotels cost too much while settling in. "Watch for locals," Harlan smirked. "Weird types roam at night." I laughed it off. Drove over as the sun sank. The campground was bare. Gravel sites, fire pits, a couple portable toilets. I chose Site 3, under oaks by the creek, far from the road. No campers. September's dead. Kids in school. I pitched my tent, built a small fire, Heated a burrito in my truck's microwave. Fog rolled in from the battlefield. Thick, damp. Fireflies blinked. The creek murmured softly. I pulled out the locket, turning it in the firelight. The shadows follow, I read aloud. My stomach twisted. Just new job nerves. Right? 10 o'clock. A twig snapped in the woods beyond my sight. Deer, I figured. Then laughter, low, muffled, like someone hiding. I grabbed my flashlight, swept the beam. Trees, fog, nothing else. Anyone there? No answer. Imagination, probably. I crawled into my tent. Phone signal was weak. 1 bar. I scrolled old texts, Locket still in my pocket. Sleep tugged at me, but something felt off. Midnight. Something thumped my tent. Hard. I bolted awake, heart slamming. Who's out there? Silence. I unzipped the flap an inch. Fog smothered everything. My fire was just embers. A whisper drifted through, so faint, like wind. Burn it. My skin prickled. Was I dreaming? I lay back, gripping the locket. Told myself it was nothing. 1 a.m. Noises grew worse. Footsteps crunched leaves, circling my sight. Not deer, too deliberate. "This isn't funny!" I shouted. Footsteps stopped, then laughter, sharp, cruel. I peeked out. My flashlight caught a flash. 3 figures ducking into trees, dark hoodies, snickering. Locals messing with me, I thought. Harlan's warning wasn't a joke. I checked my truck, locked tight. Barricaded my tent flap with my backpack. 2 a.m. Whispers started. Not one voice, several, overlapping, right outside. He has it. The shadows follow. Sweat soaked my shirt. Was it those guys? "Get lost!" I yelled. Voices stopped. Then rocks hit my tent, thudding nylon. One smashed my lantern. Darkness swallowed me. The fire's glow barely reached. Fear clawed my chest. I was trapped. Panic took over. My phone, no signal. Dead in the fog. Footsteps closed in. Heavy. Slow. "Come out, fresh meat," a voice growled. Deep. Vicious. "We know you're alone." Laughter. 3, maybe 4 guys. I peeked through the tent slit. Silhouettes in the fog. One held a bat. Another, maybe a crowbar. Not kids. Psychos. The kind who stalk campsites. Rob. Hurt. Worse. Run to the truck? They'd hear my keys. Hide? The woods were theirs. They got louder. "Saw you poking around the visitor center," one sneered. "What's in your pocket?" My blood froze. They'd followed me? A bottle shattered. My cooler, probably. "Let's drag him out." I gripped the locket, whispered, Somebody help. Pointless. Desperate. Then it changed. Fog thickened. Unnatural. Swirling like alive. The psychos stopped. "What's that?" one muttered. A bugle sounded, faint, mournful, from the creek, like a Civil War call. They laughed. "Speakers, huh?" It grew louder. Footsteps joined, not theirs. Dozens, marching in rhythm. From the woods. Something was coming, and it wasn't human. I peeked out. Shadows moved in the fog. Tall, gaunt, tattered blue uniforms, rifles slung, faces pale, hollow eyes. Soldiers, not alive. They formed a line between me and the psychos. Silent, staring. One, maybe Elijah, locked eyes on me. Then the Locket. The psychos cursed. "What the hell?" One swung his bat. It passed through a ghost-like mist. The spirits stepped forward, whispered together, "Leave or join us." The psychos screamed, stumbled over each other, crashed through brush to the road. Engines roared, tires screeched. They were gone. The ghosts stayed, watched me. The lead one mouthed, "Burn it," then faded. Fog thinned. I crawled to the fire, hands shaking, tossed the locket into the embers. It flared bright. Paper inside curled to ash. The bugle stopped. I didn't sleep. Dawn came. I packed up, drove to the visitor center, told Harlan I was done. He nodded, like he'd heard it before. I never went back to that campground. Some nights when it's quiet, I hear that bugle, faint, far, and I wonder, are those shadows still out there, waiting for someone else to find that locket? That's Sam's story, sent to grimtaleteller@gmail.com. It's got me checking the shadows. Is it real? Did Antietam's dead save him? Or was it all in his mind? Tell me in the comments. Got a story that keeps you awake? Send it to grimtaleteller@gmail.com. I might read it next. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Stay in the shadows with Grim Tale Teller. Until next time, check your pockets. Don't camp alone.